Hi there, I'm Dennis Tech Daddy Elmore, and I'm a digital nomad. Hey, you think you're interested in coming abroad, getting your passport, to places like Thailand? Take a look around on my channel. I'm in Pattaya. You might like what you see. I'll even show you around and even supply you with a few tips on how you can live your best life. Live it on your terms. That's the most important thing. Hope to see you in Thailand.
Okay, hi there. Hi, Dennis from Tech Daddy living in Thailand. I'm here with Steve today. Introduce yourself, Steve.
Hey, my name's Steve Sanchez. Love to be here talking to my buddy Dennis.
Just letting people know what our interests are in our life and what we experienced by living here in Thailand. And that's what we want to share with y'all today. Okay? So, Steve, tell me about yourself and what made you move to Thailand.
Okay. So I'm a retired probation officer, Los Angeles County, California. Did that for 30 years. As a probation officer, after 25 years, you get full medical. So I said, okay, I'm going to retire after 25, and that was 2018. So made preparations, decided where I wanted to move, and put an ad online for dating. Found a girl to marry, married her. Boom. 2024, July 10th, we landed, and we're living here full time.
See, so there you go. Everybody have different motivations or different reasons for coming. And worldwide, since I've been here, and I've just been here for 2 years, I've seen so many different cultures and so many different people from so many different countries. And everybody's got their own story to tell. And I know those out there that are watching now, for whatever reason, you're interested in knowing our story, because you probably have a story to tell, or you want to come abroad, or you want to like get away from the rat race, or make your way towards Thailand. So we're here to not necessarily influence you to, but just share again our experience from what we have gone through, and hopefully you might see something in it. As I always say, if it how do I say it? I always say it, but I can't remember it now. If it resonates with you, then do it. Okay. So Steve's retired CEO, and myself, entrepreneur, graphic artist, web designer, ex-producer, musician, New York City. And my reason for coming to Thailand was, different. Both of us is about the same age, within the same age bracket, right? And we both, again, resonated kind of with each other because he has a young daughter. He's what they
almost
call
the same age as yours.
That's right. Yeah. And what they call us is, in the world, reality, late life dads. Yeah.
Fun times.
Fun times, man.
Yeah, for sure.
What are the other reasons to live your life?
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why I came to Thailand. I had originally, as an entrepreneur and a person that believed in being like a digital nomad and making money as you go, not being chained down to a desk. I've done a lot of consulting work for a lot of major companies and so on and so forth, but I've always kind of maintained my own freedom, so to speak, in reference to making money and living my life. So going abroad was something I wanted to do originally, not knowing why, but I lived in the Philippines for a while, and I happened to had got a daughter, and I had to leave, and then that situation happened in 2020, and I couldn't get back to my daughter, and the Philippines had charged me for overstaying. So I had to find a mutual place for us to meet, my family. So it was a family kind of reason why I stepped out and came to Thailand. And so I got my daughter and our mother here, and I came from the States, and that's how I ended up in Thailand. And I have to say, like most people, when I got here, I didn't want to leave.
Yeah. Comfort living.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, we haven't showed you the beach yet, but you know,
I'll do it. I'll do a shot of it. We'll do a shot of it.
Okay.
Okay, and we'll edit it in on the B roll.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm from California, so any place on the coast this close to the beach, you can hear the waves crashing. You're talking, I don't know, 10,000 for an apartment a month. Yeah. Santa Monica,
Right.
Hermosa Beach.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and that's just economics for me personally. And this is what I seen yesterday when I was, you know, I get a little peeved over a lot of little things. That's just who I am sometimes. And that's why I'm into meditation and spirituality, because you know I have my own things I have to work on. As we all do, I think. And I noticed, you know, I couldn't help noticing that. Again, one of my reasons for Maine is walking on that, because when I get upset about something, and it can be something that I have to wait for something to download, and I'm like, oh, I got to take a walk. And when I hit that beach, whatever was bothering me, you know, it just dissipates. That hearing the rushing of that feeling the wind and the rushing of the waves. But that's for me. That's what resonates with me, you know. But again, you know, economic, like Steve was saying. You can't beat the prices here. The food you get, you know, the delicious street food, and for under what, a US dollar.
Yeah, it goes a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for what most people are making on their pensions or their salaries, or you know, whatever they're getting from Social Security, yeah, you can really live pretty good here in places like Thailand. Yeah.
I was trying to get my brother here on his Social Security pension and just didn't want to pull the trigger for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're interested, start doing some research.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah.
And get people who are experienced doing it.
Yeah, there's pretty much everything that's in the States is here. You're going to pay a, 100%, 200% markup, but if you need it, it's there.
We met, I think it was in the pool, right, Steve?
Yeah, we did. Our daughters were playing with each other,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. It was having a ball. We're in the pool, you know, and I'm actually.
Wait a minute. I think we met at the beach on a Saturday night. We invited you and your daughter and your family to come out and meet us. And I think you had met my wife's sister-in-law first.
Oh yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
the network of the Thai women.
Network, the
There's
Thai
women, Thai women network. Oh, that's something you got to watch out for. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, you
My
don't.
sister-in-law knows everything.
She is. She's very knowledgeable about a lot of
She
things.
talks too much.
No, don't say.
That's my sister-in-law.
Right. Okay.
Not my wife.
Right. She's a very nice lady. Let's be. But she is very knowledgeable, and they had stopped me. They're always waving, and that's another thing about the Thai people, you know, and that's welcoming. And I find that in the Philippines also, but in Thailand even more so, with the smile. That's why I call it the land of smiles. And they don't even have to know you, but they'll wave you on, hey, you know, like that, or Swadika.
Even when a car is crossing traffic, because I drive,
Right. Yes, it does.
and when they cross in front of you illegally, they bow. And then they continue. So it's like, okay, I want to honk at you.
Right.
It's really bizarre.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful, but it's awesome. I had an experience where I was lost. I had moved to one particular place in Sorbicao, and I had no way of knowing my way around. And I was just looking around on the street, looking at all the soys, soy 1, soy 2. Those are called streets, as a matter of fact. The soys here, those are the equivalent of what we call streets in the United States. So I was looking down the soy trying to get back to Markland, where I was living before, on Beach Road and soy 1, and had no idea. I was lost. And some ladies, you know, Thai, were getting in their car, and they just happened to ask me, what are you looking for? And I was like, I'm trying to get to Markland, right, Beach Road, and everything. They're like, oh, jump in the car. I was like, what? I was like, what?
Yeah.
They were like, come on, we'll take you. I was like, that would never happen in New York. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've lived in New York.
Well, you do look like Vin Diesel.
Well, yeah, okay. That's what got me to ride.
Yeah, it's possible. No one's picking me up for sure.
Yeah, he's got a beautiful wife and a beautiful family. They picked him up. He's good. Yeah, they call me Vin Diesel. They've been calling me that in the Philippines. I was on TV in the Philippines 3 times, and then even when I walk up and down the streets here, the construction workers are always saying, "You're dumb, Vin Diesel." I don't know. What do y'all think? Do y'all think I look like Vin Diesel? Nah, I don't look like Vin Diesel. He looks like me. I'm older.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm older.
Hey, but my wife says, do you have a good fast, brisk walk? Which is great.
Yeah. I do. She
Keep
said
it-
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
I
Well,
mean, compared to other men our age,
right.
some bodies are breaking down.
Mm,
And you don't know that until you find out their age. You're like, holy cow,
right.
you're younger than I am. So,
Right.
so
Well, I kind to I try to I don't know, because spiritually I'm a very old individual, but at the same time I'm very young, and you know, my baby's mother, she was telling me I walk too fast. So just she's going to, you know, she wants to la la la. I walk with intention, you know.
my wife does too, but I don't complain. Oh, no.
No,
Right?
right.
I don't like it when people complain.
Right,
So,
right. Yeah, you can't complain. Nah, I try to find things to complain about in Thailand, but you just can't, because every time you look around, there's something that's so, you know, I don't want to get too extreme. I'm not trying to, you know, do things with rose-colored glasses, but there's so much to offer people, and there's so much kindness and so much hospitality here. It just, if you know, like I said, not only the beach, if I'm trying to walk down the street and just get to the beach, there's a woman who's working and sweeping the streets and just swadika, and a good smile, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
And you gotta love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think, when I see this and others, I think about the disparity between Thai income and then those that in Thai who have the money.
Right.
And I think, wow, how do they survive? But they do.
Right,
They
right.
do.
Yeah, that always amazed me about a lot of third world countries, especially even the Philippines. I mean,
Well, Thai's not a third world country.
right,
Their infrastructure is better than Los Angeles, for certain.
right. Okay, yeah. Again, I'm not trying to big up one country than the other, but Steve's got a point.
Yeah.
They pretty much got it together here.
They have monorails. They have subway system.
The malls look so much better than the ones in the States. I'm sorry. You know, you know.
Yeah, they have something else too. I forget what they have. But anyways, it's awesome. And it's expanding.
I know, they always have festivals here.
Yeah.
There's always something to do in the evenings. Never mind the amount of bars that are going on 24/7 around the clock. If you're into that particular thing, you know, people enjoy themselves in the bars all day, every day sometimes here.
At 10 a.m.
At 10 a.m. if you want to.
Drinking a Leo or Fang.
Yeah. There's that. Then there's all the great massage parlors in the United States. And I was raised in the Lower East Side in Chinatown. And I used to always see in Chinatown, I used to say, why are they not competing? Because they would have massage parlor here, massage parlor there, and then they always have nails, you know, for women. They always get the nails done, and they would be so much close to each other, the Chinese people, you know. And there was never really no serious competition, but it would always bug me out, and why they're so close, and yet, you know, they're doing businesses, you know what I'm saying, on the same block. And here, the massage parlors are like back to back to back to back to back to back, and yeah, it's like.
And the 7-Elevens.
Oh, 7-Elevens.
You know, you can stand on most corners and look, and you can see 3 or 5 7-Eleven signs. That's how close they are.
Right.
It's amazing.
That's right. Convenience stores. And they got everything you want in there too, also.
Yeah. Eggs.
Oh, man. The Thai food, you know, in the 7-Eleven value packs there.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything you can want, 7-Eleven. And then the malls are so large and everything is there. And don't forget about Lazada. You can order anything you want online.
Lazada is kind of like Amazon.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So, and there's so many islands to visit.
God.
The medical equipment, you
The
say.
medical equipment here in Bangkok is far superior than
Wow.
Palmdale, California.
Wow.
I'm
For
sarcasm.
those, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
For those that might think that, we're in like a third world country, so to speak,
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah. First of all, Thailand is not even a country; it's a kingdom,
Oh,
and they'll tell you that. They'll remind you of that. It's the kingdom.
well said.
yeah.
The kingdom.
The kingdom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to live in the kingdom?
Yeah. It's working out.
Yeah.
It's working out.
It is.
Yeah, I mind my own business, right? I do my thing,
Yeah.
and they meaning the Thai culture embraces it, and we all go on our way.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, and again, for me, the spirituality aspect of it, I couldn't help living in New York City, going out the door, and everything just felt so stressful, that rent, what I'm paying here, almost $300, like you said, a beachfront, apartment here, and with pool for almost $300 a month. And I was paying for a 5-story walk-up in Queens, almost $3,000. Not so much bigger than what I have here, and it's just stressful. To know that you have to live in those conditions and still competing to try to get that money up every month, and not to mention food and internet and everything else. And here, it's just decompress. I totally feel so much healed. I almost feel healed here in reference to being in the States. It's just too much stress and unnecessary stress. It doesn't even belong to you. And you hit the streets and other people are just moving and grooving and you're bumping and grinding. And it's like, really?
Yeah.
Calm down.
It's not like that here.
No.
Yeah.
Here we can sit and talk.
Yeah.
And do an interview.
Yeah, there's I don't want to say there's no ego, because ego's everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's a
That's right.
different ego. They're gonna apologize to you even if they're right.
Right.
So that takes the edge off of a lot of confrontations, unless you're just a typical bad spirit, and then you're gonna just have a miserable time.
Right.
Anywhere you are.
Right.
Right.
And if you bring that with you,
Yeah.
that's just on you.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, how can you, like when I was in the Philippines, how can you argue, like you said, there's people who are, you can see, are obviously poorer, than most people you've seen probably in your life. And as you walk by, they're offering you their food. They're like, come eat. And you're like, wow.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
wow.
So I don't know if in our standards we might say they're poor.
Right.
But here in Thailand, they can always go to hometown where their family's from. They can always go and share a room with their cousins or whoever else lives in that home.
Family is very important in it here. In
Yeah,
these countries.
so poor, that's I don't think that's the word to use.
Well,
right?
right. I shouldn't use that word, so to speak. Yeah, it was a poor choice of words.
Well, I'm not saying anything that's wrong with that, because in America we would say that.
Right.
But in Thailand, it's like I said earlier about the discrepancy between those who don't have a lot of money and then those that do. But the ones that don't still survive.
Right.
Yeah, and do well.
Right.
But I know this one family, a couple families, and they have double-digit rye, which is almost like land acreage. So that's important when it comes time to when you're elderly and you want to sell some pieces off. That's how they get the money.
Right.
Sometimes.
Right. Well, but I guess I'm speaking more about just, again, culturally and sociologically, the habits, like I said about the car ride. People in the United States would be more fear of, putting somebody in their car they don't know and taking them somewhere, fear of getting robbed or something, or wanting just to charge you just to do it. And here, if you lose something on the street, you might end up. I mean, 3 or 4 times I've lost something, and the store owner will say, "Did somebody pick this up?" And you're like, "What?" I mean, you're just walking in the store, and they're like, "This is yours?" Somebody said to you, and I'm like, "What?"
Yeah. So I got to your point. I remember I was in California leaving Torrance area on the 110 freeway. And as I'm merging onto the freeway, I see a well-dressed man parked on the on-ramp, right?
Mm-hmm.
And his car's an Escalade.
Mm-hmm.
So it's already at, we all judge, right?
Right,
But
right.
disarming that he's in an Escalade,
Mm-hmm.
but he's attempting to stop my car,
Mm.
right? So, he's got his hand out and he's walking in front of my car, but I had enough room where I just went around his ass.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I said to my girlfriend at the time, hey, we're not stopping.
Mhm.
We're not stopping.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, about a year later, we find out that that's a typical scam, right?
Oh,
They
okay.
get you to stop,
Okay.
and then they rob you.
Oh, okay. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So all that, and the streets, I have to say, the streets of Thailand, I've seen people leave their bikes out in front of 7-Eleven or in front of stores, and the keys are still in the bikes. Nobody bothers you. Nobody's really thinking about that
Hey,
kind of
they don't lock up bikes here in our complex.
Right.
So I'm amazed.
Right. Yeah, it's amazingly safe here. Now, again, not to say if you want to go into unsavory areas like where there are anywhere in the world, in certain subcultures, and dive deep into stuff and things that you maybe should or should not be involved in, there's always some cutthroat people in those areas, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking for that type of thing,
Yeah, crime happens, but I don't think it's statistically like
nowhere like
California
the
or
States.
New York.
Yeah, no,
No.
yeah. So what would you say? You're pretty happy here, Steve?
I love it.
What would you get? What would you love it? He
Oh, yeah.
didn't say he likes it. He said he loves it.
I love it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm retired, so I don't have to do anything. And if I was still living in California, if I wanted to do something, I got to drive.
Mm-hmm.
And here in Gentium, I can jump on a bot bus, which is 30 cents, and I can go anywhere in the city.
30 cents.
And I love that.
30 cents.
Yeah. And it's a bus that carries, I don't know, 10 people sitting down.
Mm-hmm.
Or I drive, but the bot bus is awesome.
Yeah, man. And so I'm not trying to coerce anybody to come to Thailand. I'm not trying to oversell it. But as you can see from our small little conversation here, that, it works for us. So it might work for you. Like I said, whoever's watching, if this resonates with you, if you have any comments on the bottom, let me know. I personally do things entrepreneurially, and I believe in, like I was saying before, that getting out and getting around on your own, even if it's abroad, in different countries, that might be interesting to some people, because surviving in that way could work out to your best economical situation. If you're looking for something to do, if you're retired and you have a little bit of something to work with, and you need to, change your life for better economically or spiritually, I would say at least come out to try it for once, and check it out.
Yeah. Bring your wife. Stay for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do come, get yourself a visa agent. Don't try to do it on your own.
Yeah, that's very good. That's very good
Yeah.
advice. Yeah. Don't try to do everything on your own. Find somebody that you could link up with that's going to help you maneuver through the certain avenues of, the visa situation and getting a bike or getting a car and a license and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm going to wrap this up. Huh,
Okay.
Steve?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
If y'all have any information, Steve also has his own YouTube channel. I will put it in the link in the description.
Yeah, it's you can look at imjoj.com. That's imjustoffthejet.com. imjoj.com.
All right.
Yeah, check it out. I got my links at the bottom of that. So
Yeah, check him out, okay, and support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button for further notifications of when the YouTube channel will be calling to you through the algorithm. And we may be doing more of these in the future.
I hope so.
Yeah, give us
Look at-
some content. What?
We'll talk about the humidity here in Thailand next time.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about a lot more. This is a basic introduction of us two here, Steve, and Dennis Tech Daddy Elmore, and I can explain to all that name and everything where that came from too. Longer, show us that you're interested, and we'll do much more of these in the long term, in the future, and hopefully in the short term. Okay, and for now, just saying goodbye.
Peace out.
Peace.